You've seen magical girls at their purest, you've seen magical girls at their darkest, and you might have even seen magical girls at their edgiest. But now, get ready to see magical girls at their horniest. Magical Girl Magical Destroyer is one of the currently airing anime this season that is being completely overshadowed by all the big hitters. I mean, we've got Demon Slayer, Oshinoko, Hell's Paradise, and a bunch of others catching the internet's eye, but Magical Destroyer is barely getting any attention itself. I guess one of the reasons would have to do with the name. I and several others saw that name and instantly thought, oh great, another dark magical girl series trying too hard to be Madoka, yet again. But then I randomly stumbled upon the OP and how it went batshit crazy, so I knew I had to see this for myself. Magical Destroyers is set in 2011 Japan. The Japanese government have suddenly deemed it illegal to own merch related to anime and manga, so things like posters to figurines are confiscated and anyone caught with them are labeled as otaku and swiftly detained, never seeing the light of day. This has led to an otaku resistance force rising up, led by our main character, Otaku Hero. Yes, that's what they actually call him, and with the aid of 3 magical girls, they aim to fight back the oppressive government, trampling on their right to like the things they like and save otaku and their culture. Okay, now that is an extremely fresh premise if I do say so myself. The anime sets up your expectations and throws them out the window before the first episode is even done. This isn't a dark magical girl anime, but rather one that parodies it all while taking itself seriously. Yeah, it's batshit crazy most of the time, but the message behind the anime is one that I think the entire weeb community can relate to. Weebs being oppressed. Wait, no. Oppressed is too strong of a word. Okay. Weebs being made fun of for liking anime is something all of us have gone through. You've heard the stories of people getting their ass beat in school just for wearing a Goku t-shirt, and just some of the tame stuff. And Magical Destroyers takes this to the extreme. You can really tell this was geared towards modern weebs. And this is where the magical girls come in. Our 3 main magical girls. First, we've got Anarchy. She's crass, rude, and impulsive. She's the type to shoot first and ask questions later. Every day she wakes up, she chooses violence. And then there's Blue. She's an incredibly horny masochist who's down bad all the time, getting off whatever pain they get in battle. And finally, Pink. She's a gas mask wearing drug expert. She uses her magic to make drugs and loves taking drugs. She'll pump anything down her veins. She also doesn't exactly talk, only ever saying one word, but somehow Blue is able to understand and translate all the time. These girls are all insane in their own way. The only person being able to handle them all being Otaku Hero. The group has great chemistry and give up the same vibe as the Konosuba gang, except unlike Kazuma, Otaku Hero isn't trying to get rid of them any chance he gets. There's never a dull moment when these girls are on screen. They carry a lot of chaos with them wherever they go. So you see, they aren't your typical magical girls, or your typical edgy magical girls. And they fit right in with the craziness of the entire anime. Wanna watch magical girls get so frigging high they mind meld and get transported into a psychedelic dream world where they have to fight swarms of body pillows? Yeah, this anime has got you covered. There's a lot of insanity in the anime, but it never feels too overwhelming or random for the sake of being random. I had a blast of a time watching it, laughing so hard that my sides ended up hurting. That's how good it is. But it isn't all gags though, as there is a plot there with mysteries laid out that I can't wait to find out. But since it's an anime original, I can't help but be cautious so as to keep my expectations of the ending minimal. What I really love about it though is the commentary on otaku culture and how it treats it. Like how in one episode that starts off as what seems to be a swimsuit episode filled with questionable fan service, delves into the conflict and disdain the older generation of otaku have toward the newer generation. They are pissed off at how easy it is now for people to get into anime culture, how otaku don't get made fun of anymore, and how more socially acceptable it is to call yourself an otaku, when back then, it was used in a demeaning manner. It's a very gatekeeping and back in my day mindset, but it's not far from the reality we live in. I mean, the amount of anime gatekeeping alone on Twitter is enough of an example. It's somehow able to simultaneously make fun of otakus and their extremes, all the while praising and appreciating the culture in a way that made me feel kind of fuzzy inside for being a weeb myself. And I love how it doesn't lean too much on referential humor or parodies of other popular works. Its jokes are more geared towards the culture. Like how in one episode, the bad guys send out a mech. Before they can, they have to build this from a model kit with panel lining and all of that stuff. and as someone who's trying to get into Gunpla building myself, this made me laugh way more than I thought it would. There's tons of tongue-in-cheek moments like that I recommend you experience for yourself. The whole viewing experience is also carried by its great animation. It's zany and goofy most of the time, though it might look rough here and there. But that adds to the anime's vibe as it really helps with the all-round unserious tone it has. Though sometimes the cracks do show and some scenes just look really bad, but it's easy to overlook. It takes full advantage of the limited animation in a way that's reminiscent of Kill la Kill, and when the animation does kick in, it goes in hard. The action never misses, and those magical girl transformation sequences are clean and incredibly unique. I have nothing but high praise for Magical Destroyers, and I really think more people should check it out as it's not being talked about more than it should. This is one anime this season that I can say is super underrated. So if I've spurred you into checking it out, that's awesome, and feel free to come back to this video and tell me what you think about it. Oh, and hit that subscribe button so you too don't miss out on future content. As always, this has been your very favorite slice of bread. Stay toasty.